CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products, such as our can-can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American-made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to Stand for Truth with the host of Stand for Truth Radio, Susan Knowles.
Happy Friday, everybody. Good to see you. How is everybody? Gary, good morning. Max, good morning. Mary Ann, hello, hello. Mike, how are you? Good to see everybody on this Friday. We made it to Friday. Hey, smart kitty. Happy Friday. My two guys, good to see you. White Spur. I'm not sure what that is. Hey, Jerry, good to see you. Chicago Pops. Catherine, good morning. New England Patriots, forgive me. Hey, Mata, how are you? Shauna, good to see you. Everybody, if you will, please retweet this, share it for everyone, if you will. And as we get started, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to recite the Lord's Prayer. Please join in with me, if you will. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. No, I'm not Catholic. Good morning, Barbara. Good to see you. Hey, Wayne. Good to see you. Teresa, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Pilot. Hey, Rob, good to see you. All right, so it's Friday. I know by now you've heard the great news. New England Patriots. You've heard the great news that, yes, President Trump donated $1 million of his own money for Hurricane Harvey relief. CNN are desperately seeking to tackle Trump on Harvey. Yeah, anything they could. Covfefe Friday. Yes, indeed. So that was really great to see. I know, Marie, you got here on time. That's so great. Yeah, so, I mean, it was really good to see that he donated out of his own pocket. Love to see it. Also, yesterday, the Vice President, President Pence, and the second lady was down in Texas helping out. And Vice President Pence was actually, moving wood and stuff around, dumping it one place to the other. And he was great. Great representation, representative for us. Your thoughts on Mexico donating to the Texas relief? Hey, you know what? President Trump is always saying, hey, you don't give enough, right? He's telling other people about that. Hey, Divine. And so maybe Mexico's thought maybe we should give a little here, and I'm glad they did. I am also glad that, I don't know if you heard this, second lady was wearing flats. Yep, she was. Wasn't tennis shoes, but they were flats. Like 109 degrees in the Bay Area. Holy cow, Marcy. Whoa. I understand that it's supposed to be like 115, a little bit north to me. So I can't even imagine that. I don't even think I'm going outside today. This heat's crazy, my two guys. Also, I don't know if you know about this, but Europe right now is sending gas to us on flotillas. Sacramento, 111. Catherine, I went to law school in Sacramento. And I remember those days. It was 120 there at one point. And at that time, I didn't have air conditioning in my Volkswagen Bug that I had. That was pretty bad. 71 in the Ozarks. Okay, Julie, just rub it in again. Hey, Frankie, good to see you. Robert, good to see you. No, I'm not near the beach, unfortunately. Hope they miss you. Cold front here in Ohio. Hassan, good to see you. Are you the female version of Bill Mitchell? Are you? Tell us about new Russian sanctions. 75 here. 56 this morning in New Jersey. Hey, Carmen, good to see you. Yes, Catherine, went to McGeorge. I woke up to 56 degrees. Good morning, Robert. Thank you for the flowers. Good morning, Hassan. And Hassan's saying, everybody, good morning. Good morning, Robin. Thank you. Yes, Jesus does love us. And most people in here are Christians. We've already given our lives to Christ. Yes, I've been to El Centro. Woo, don't plan going on back there. Yeah. I guess, Jerry, I don't know. I never know anymore if it's a compliment or not. No, Paul Ryan, no for 2020. Paul Nalen for 2020. That is hell weather. It is hell weather. Hell weather, let's see. Mary Ann can tell you about hell weather in Las Vegas. You took it as a compliment. Good. Blue Angels winter practice area. The Blue Angels, where I was in San Diego at one point, I could see the Blue Angels flying over. They did their practice runs, and even when the show, they flew over my house, and I could literally almost touch them. Bill's a silver fox, and Susan is fly. Thanks, Julie. Thanks for the super hearts, Barbara. Good morning, Renee. What's up in Europe? They're sending us gas, Jerry, on flotillas. Your dad was a Blue Angel? Oh, my gosh. So cool. Hello, Lee. The Blue Angels are awesome. If you ever get a chance to see them, they're amazing. Absolutely amazing. Morning all for Amanda. How are you? What's the latest news on ISIS? ISIS is getting their butt kicked. No, ISIS is, ISIS is pretty much getting their butts kicked. They're not allowing them to come into Syria like they want to come into. Did you guys hear that yesterday? That was so bad about. Yes, Julie, thank you. So bad about Obama and the Iran deal. That was not that we didn't know that, but it was pretty amazing to know that we've been lied to, and that when we let the airlines fly back and forth in Iran, when we let them start flying, what were they doing? They were flying, militants in and out of Syria, and that's the one thing that Israel is very concerned about. They don't want to see Iran setting up shop in Syria because they can, bring in. I'm not amazed that we're lied to. I'm just saying. But they don't want Iran setting up shop because they know Iran is going to be bringing in ISIS, Hezbollah, and that's the one thing that Israel is not going to allow. Welcome one day, One Love 51. Spencer said, would not mind seeing Nikki Haley throw down for 2020. I don't know. I'm a Paul Nalen fan, so I know not everybody is, but hey, Nancy, good to see you. Okay, some more good news. Thank you for the super hearts, Aletha. Liking him. Yeah, I like Paul Nalen. I like him because he is a business person. He knows, he knows what, that he's, I think he knows how to run a business. He's loyal to the president. We need more people like that. Trump was right about Obama, Comey, and crooked Hillary. Yes, Maurice. Yes, he was. I also know, let's see, well, come on, Sunni Muslim Brotherhood faction of Shiite, all the same terror. Yes. He's on the right agenda, the Trump agenda. He's good at Twitter also. Yep, love Nealon, Nancy said. He had business internationally as well, yes. And he fought against TPP. Should society be a business? Very deep. What do you think? I like anyone loyal to Trump, Mike said. Hurry, only $2,400 to meet Hillary in Canada. Yes, Jerry, we talked about that yesterday. In America, it's a real steal at $125. Somebody said Sessions is about to be fired. I haven't heard of that. Trump has to get rid of Mueller. Yeah, if you read my article this morning on SusanKnowles.com, I wrote an article about James Comey. Man, oh man, that guy, as it's being alleged, that he made a decision in regards to clearing Hillary, basically, and not having anybody go after her for prosecution. He did that before an investigation was even completed. Yep. So I like a market economy, but not a market society. Good morning, Honda. How are you? Hillary couldn't pay me to meet her. Comey is so dishonest. You know, and Comey, I mean, really, right now, what they should do is they should go ahead, fire Mueller, but that's not going to happen because they fired Comey, and look what the stink that was raised. But Mueller needs to be fired. Comey needs to be investigated and brought up on maybe conspiratorial allegation charges, and Hillary needs to be thoroughly investigated. The FBI and the DOJ, those people that are in there from Obama, they need to come out with the information that's being requested by Jay Sekulow and others, Judicial Watch, for example. Thank you, Donnie, for the super hearts. And they need to turn that information over because, contrary to what they said, okay, Barbara, it's at SusanKnowles.com, SusanKnowles.com. That's where my article's at. And they need to thoroughly investigate Hillary. They didn't ask us if we were interested in knowing about Hillary, and the answer is we are very interested. Just get rid of Congress and control the judiciary. Trump needs to quit messing around and get real. Well, we can't get rid of the Congress and the judiciary. That's called the three branches of government that we have under the Constitution. Hey, Josette, good morning. How are you? Spencer said Sessions needs to go. Old drug war ways didn't work then and they don't work now. Sessions is doing a lot of work, though, behind the scenes. Susan's articles are really easy to read and understand and loaded with info. True news. Thank you, Shauna. Hillary didn't have dealings with Russia. No, Hillary is Russia. Just kidding. Remember, this council investigation would not even be happening if Trump hadn't pushed for it. Well, I think what Trump was saying is go ahead and investigate. You're not going to find anything wrong. And actually, it was Comey who made that happen because he leaked information in order to make it happen. And leaked information that he shouldn't have leaked. Again, I think another violation. Paul Nealon needs to replace Paul Ryan. I'm on board with that, Maurice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, good. Thank you, Honda. Really appreciate it. Guess that uranium just hopped over there. Exactly, Cheryl. Hillary just wished for that uranium to get there, and somehow it just showed up. No. Trump's not a violator, and he's not going to find any violations either. Now, here's some news, other breaking news. There were 156,000 jobs that have been added. It's a little bit lower than the expectations. They expected 180. It slowed a little bit, but that could be because of, we have seasonal hirings in the summer, and probably people that, the season is winding down. So the unemployment rose from 4.3% to 4.4%. So I'm guessing a lot of that has to do with seasonal jobs. Christian principles are better than Ayn Rand. Ask your congressman, still working with security breach. Yeah, boss. Yes. Okay, so let's look at some other things. Trump's tweets today. He said, wow, looks like James Comey exonerated Hillary Clinton long before the investigation was over, and so much more, a rigged system. He also tweeted out, General John Kelly is doing a great job as chief of staff. I could not be happier or more impressed. And this administration continues to get things done at a record clip. Many big decisions to be made over the coming days and weeks. America first. Yeah, but that with the Mueller thing, Amanda, if you go and research that, I know it sounds that he got uranium over there, but there's a different spin on it where if you read it, it makes it, you understand why he did that, and it wasn't anything illegal or whatever. And hey, Judy, good to see you. But yeah, just look it up. You'll see. James Woods always has great tweets, Renee. When has he not had a great tweet? Seriously, the guy's amazing. J.J. Watt has raised over $14 million for Hurricane Harvey victim. If anyone wants to donate, there's the link. It's www.ucaring.com. And then I'm sure you can find it from there. Victims of Hurricane Harvey. It's on Facebook Live that Hassan is giving you the link. James Wood is brave. You know what James Wood says? He says, I know I'm never going to get another acting part, so I don't have to be careful about what I say. And he's right. And he said also that he's 70 years old and he invested in Apple, so he's all set. James Wood said we are all cool. I told him Twitter followers should something. Couldn't read the rest of it. When will we hear? Hey Danielle, I hope you're feeling better. Hey guys, while I'm thinking about it, I want to let you know I was contacted by somebody yesterday who asked me not to give out their name, but they wanted to ask that you guys would please pray for them. They're going through some difficult medical issues right now, and they're asking for your prayers that they would be healed and that the doctors would find out what was really wrong with them. Right now, they don't know what's wrong. And this person has been in the hospital. So God knows who they are. If you would please pray for them, I know they would really appreciate it. Josette said Comey needs to be investigated. Like I said, God is exposing them all. Absolutely. We need 125K jobs every month just to break even on the newest entries into the labor market, Spencer said. Thank you guys for your prayers. Prayers for all healing to those suffering. Hey, Jen, good to see you. And, speaking of that, I gave you a video yesterday from the VOP, the Arizona VOP, who are still there in Texas doing a great job. They're in Port Arthur. They last night had some other video about people. They're staging in the Central Mall. I don't know if anybody knows what the Central Mall is. Hey, Ron, good morning. But the Central Mall, they lined up cars for hours. People were coming in to get food, water, clothing. The Marines are there. The military has come in, and they're giving out free food. And water. Nobody's being charged anything, from my understanding. People in Port Arthur, people in Texas continue to show the world how it's done. Yeah, everybody there is just doing an amazing job. The people from the homeless veterans from Arizona, I honestly don't think they've slept. They're losing their jobs. Losing their voices because they're talking so much, and it's nonstop. Thank you, Josette, for your prayers for everybody. That shows you our prayers are answered. Absolutely, Ed. Absolutely. It's awesome. God bless all of them. Yes, it's a beautiful that way they are coming together. It's still amazing. There are also other pictures over there, from Houston, where a guy was guarding somebody else's store. I mean, come on. It's amazing. Heart is heart. Can't judge one's heart when it is offered up. Proud to be Texans. Proud to know Texans. I'm not from Texas. Proud to know Texans. And God bless Texas. Texas always seems to do it right. Thoughts on Sabato Jr., another actor running? Well, he does watch my scopes, and he is in California, and he seems to be, from what I've seen so far, a conservative. So I'm going to back him. If I'll back him in California. Probably won't be able to vote for him. He's probably not in my district, but we'll see. I don't know enough about it yet. I know, Cheryl, there are no words to describe it. 23 degrees in Paris. Would love to go back to Texas. Does he watch? Yes. He does watch. You love Antonio. Adam, you mean Omar Navarro? I'm not an Omar Navarro fan. Sorry. I've seen so amazing animal rescues. I know, Ron. So many of them. You should interview him. Well, we'll see. Good morning, Tracy. Good to see you. Was not born in Texas, but glad I finally got here. Oh, that's great, Amanda. Dean Cain is full-on conservative. That's really nice. 33 degrees a couple of days ago, Euro Maestro said. Wow. Woo. My feelings about DACA. Well, let's talk about what might happen. Fox News is saying that they believe that President Trump will come out maybe today and end DACA, and that, but also what he might do is allow those people who are already here to stay as long as, until their work permits expire, which for some could be about 2 years. Other people are saying that they feel that he's going to end DACA, but allow the 800,000 people that are here to go ahead and stay. Now, what that will do is totally impact the job situation in America. So, and they've done studies saying how much the impact will be. Let me see if I can find that for you. A recent study that was done by somebody, conducted by Mark Zuckerberg's group, okay? So it was a group that Mark Zuckerberg hired to go out and do a study about the 800,000 DACA people that are here and what impact it would have. So it's a pro-immigration organization. Now, here's what they found, and they didn't think that they were going to find that. According to the study, if President Trump were to end the DACA program, more than 700,000 new jobs would become open to American citizens just like that. And instead, the studies, and again, they thought they were going to find something that would be against Trump and pro-DACA. But the study results indicate that if President Trump were to rid of DACA, an average of 30,000 American job opportunities would become available each and every month. So their own study that they were hoping would not be these results came out to be these results. Mueller is working with the IRS Criminal Investigation Unit. JJ, I didn't hear about that. Imagine how much less the courts would be clogged without illegals. Boogie said. Damien said. So, I think Catherine says, yes, I think a lot of people want DACA to end, and they feel that it would be the best thing for America. Now, of course, they're saying, no, that's not true. DACA people are saying, how many jobs would be available? They're saying immediately 700,000 for Americans and 30,000 each month. DACA rewards parents for breaking the law. And think about this, Marcy. Here's something that I don't know and I don't know all the specifics, but here's what I'm thinking. If people under DACA are allowed to stay, it would be amnesty. It truly would be just amnesty. And let's say they became, they had the same rights as everybody else and they're citizens. What would stop them from being able to sponsor those parents that are here illegally? It would change a lot of things. There would be a lot more that would, I don't think that the study even took into account, that those people that are here illegally would be allowed to stay. They'd be wards of the state and cost us. Yes, just like they're doing now, right, Nancy? I mean, that the DACA is, and then their parents. Mueller needs to go. He's fishing on our dime. True, Catherine. Sad, but all responsibility falls on those parents, not Trump. Still sad. Euro says not necessarily. But Euro, I don't understand, why they wouldn't be allowed to sponsor their parents and they wouldn't be allowed to stay. There are some demographic issues and money issues connected to the immigration issue, as always. If illegal parents get sent back, everyone cries foul about separating families. Yep, they always do. And they always say with DACA, oh, well, I would hate to see them go back because they've been raised here and they don't understand the other culture. Now, that's not exactly true, because if you live in Southern California and those people that are here, we have a large Hispanic, Latino group here in California. What we know about in California is that those people always connect. They're always connected to Mexico. They go back probably, I would say, as much as 5 months out of the year. So they never go away from understanding the culture and the lifestyle and living down there. And sometimes parents will send their children from California back down to Mexico to kind of, straighten them out type thing. Yeah, same in Arizona. Veterans on Patrol from Phoenix took 25 boats to Houston and then to Port Arthur, Spencer said. Dems are trying to save those new 800,000 votes they would lose by sending the DACA people back. Yes, cheap workers for the right and cheap voters for the left. right. If 11 million were granted amnesty, the chain migration figures point to 100 million new Latinos in the U.S. over 20 years. 100 million more, mostly Democrat voters. The Dems are trying to stack the deck. Yes, they are. The whole undocumented family need to return and help their own country. They never actually leave their own country. I guess that's my point. Okay, Ron, take care. Thank you. God bless you, Ron. But those Latinos represent just 8% of the total. Well, they do for now. It depends on how many more you're going to. Again, if you allow 800,000 to stay and become citizens, you're going to have a lot more than 800,000. And it's a difficult situation. The president said it was a difficult situation. And yes, that would be, Nancy, that would be great. Because look at Mexico. They have all that money, and they do have all that money. They have oil and everything else that they found down there. And the government lives well, but the people in Mexico don't. And yeah, if they were made to have a republic and run it like we run it, it would be a lot better for those people. It is a mess. It's a total mess, Julie. But as Ronald Reagan said, by allowing the people before to stay, he enacted amnesty, and he caused the state of California basically to go blue, and a lot of that, across the nation. That belongs in Congress. Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen? What if corporations don't create jobs or raise pay after their taxes are cut? Well, JJ, they normally do. That's normally what happens. So you have to go on what's happened in the past. We have no other reason to believe that it wouldn't be true. The parents aren't here legally, no citizenship for the children. A galactic, a lot of people absolutely feel that way. Judy's back. Kamala Harris, this will be a big surprise for you. Kamala Harris supports Bernie Sanders' single-payer system. No, Obama did not have a better job growth. Obama had a 1% GDP. It's now up to 3% GDP. The job growth, and everybody says this, and you could probably go figure it out. The numbers aren't exactly correct. Kamala be cray-cray. Yes. Yep. Kamala is, that would be what you would get if Kamala ever becomes the president. I know, Cully, shocking, huh? Hey, Debbie, good morning. Scope knocking me off as usual and deleting you as who I follow. Unbelievable, Judy. Got some trolls in here who are really pretty nasty and trying to stop people from coming into this scope. I wonder why that is. So let's see. A veteran Democrat chief election official in Florida. Yes, she's going to run, JJ. She's being groomed to run. See my other previous scope. She's been going down to the Hamptons several times. They've been grooming her, raising money for her, all kinds of stuff. They really like her, and the big donors have said, we like that fresh blood. A veteran Democrat chief election official in Florida has conceded in court that non-citizens and felons possibly voted in the last 2016 election. Broward County Election Supervisor Brenda Snipes is defending her office against a charge brought by the ACLU in a lawsuit that a conservative legal group that contends there are more voters registered on Broward's rolls than there are eligible voters in the county. Big surprise. Oh, Obama just bought a $15 million vacant lot in the Hamptons. There you go. Women bringing down other women. No, women telling truth about other women, you mean? Also, why are prisoners voting? Nancy, they shouldn't be. Cully's in Broward County. Oh, well, there you go. Snipes is like Snopes. Null and void, Shauna said. The commies are pouring in. I know, Cheryl. Have you heard? No, I haven't, Joe. Or Lee, I'm sorry. I haven't heard about Kurt. Other countries send their prego females here to have their children so they can stay and bring more. Yes, Debbie, China does that for one. May God give POTUS wisdom in what decision to make, Josette said. Sent you a retweet. Okay. When Trump leaves office, no. That's so funny. Your thoughts on Arpaio's pardon? I'm all for it. Hey, Karen. You know, when he was trying to uphold the federal law and following the law, I don't see any problem with it. I know Brenda Snipes personally from living in Broward County, crook to the 10th degree. Oh, my gosh. Well, we'll see what happens. Yes, need to continually pray for the wisdom of POTUS, Julie said. What's wrong with women criticizing other women? Quite a sexist comment to say otherwise. I think so, Euro. As long as you're telling the truth about another woman, why can't another woman talk about another woman and trying to give the truth? Good move on giving the pardon, Renee said. What is Euro thinking? We don't go for socialism here. I don't know if he's going for socialism, but he's saying women ought to be able to talk about other women and telling the truth. That was somebody else who made that comment, wasn't me. Trump needs to clean out all departments starting at the top. FBI is corrupt. He needs to get rid of all the former holdovers from Obama. Why are people so afraid of straightforward, honest women? Judy, not really sure. But it's always been a problem. Women are supposed to not say anything about anybody, I guess. I mean, women, if a woman says something about, or there's a strong woman, then you're considered the B word. A guy can say the same thing and everybody's clapping. So, I don't know. It's been that way my whole life. So there you go. And a lot of people are saying, too, about Trump. They're saying, I wonder why Trump doesn't go and say something to the FBI about them not giving out that information. Or why doesn't he go and fire Mueller? Again, he got his hands tied, because if he does something like that, then it's going to be, you're just trying to stop the investigation. So I think he's having to kind of stay back a little bit in hopes that the DOJ and the FBI are going to eventually do their jobs. Like hoping somebody in the FBI will overrule somebody else. I'm surprised Christopher Wray, that we just put in as the FBI director, he really needs to do something. Jerry's saying 3 dead bodies in the Potomac River in D.C. 1 missing, somebody that knew Hillary. Well, we need to check that out, I guess. So surprising, Jerry. Now, President Trump, getting back a little bit to some news that they're asking for. Trump is asking Congress to provide $5.95 billion for initial response and recovery for Houston and Louisiana. $5.5 billion from FEMA and $450 to the Small Business Administration. And that's what they're asking. He's asking for Congress, and hopefully they will approve that. If you don't think you're guilty, then not as worried about Mueller. Probably so. We are supposed to hear by next week if crazy Jerry Springer is running for governor in Ohio. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I mean, would you be surprised if Jerry ran? Jerry Springer? I wouldn't be. And they would know him enough, and he'd be popular enough that probably somebody in Ohio would vote for him, going, hey, I've heard that name before. Yeah, I know. Julie, God help us all. No, he was mayor of Cincinnati. Oh. Is it Jerry Spring or is it Jerry Springer? And as see, he's an embarrassment, Springer. Okay, I thought I had it right. You said Spring, and I added Springer. I thought that's what you meant. Diplomatic courier approval in cases by, Jerry, I missed it again. Sorry. $5.9 billion doesn't sound like enough. That's, JJ, that's initially. Just initially. They want to just hurry up and get, money out now. Guy said I wasn't a patriot and I was a fat blob sitting at home. I'm 5'2", trained 1,500. Who said that, Shauna? Good Lord. People, be kind to other people. Quit trying to insult people. What do I think about what Dianne Feinstein said about Trump being a good president? Or what do I think? I think that there's an agenda, and that's why she said it. There's an agenda, as I said the other day in my scope, for the far left to kind of go towards the center so they will seem more rational and reasonable so that they will get votes. Oh, people had the right insurance. Renee, I think a lot of people didn't even have insurance. A guy on another scope, he was so rude, Shauna said. Unbelievable. I've noticed a lot, and I hate to say this, but I've seen a lot of men who come into scopes, and they say they're men. They could be women. They could be both, but are very rude to women. And I so hate to see men being rude to women. I hate to see women being rude, but for men to be rude to women, I think that's just like, I don't know. It's like, how were you raised on in the woods someplace? Because I think animals treat the females better. With horses, the mare is the one she's treated specially. A lot of women trolling as men on Periscope. I know, James. That's why I'm saying I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to act like they're men and being rude, but it's just disgusting. A sign of our degrading society, Julie said. They hate their mothers, political paramours said. Love you. Yeah. I'm a guy today, Cully. Oh, wow. I'm new to your podcast. Well, welcome, Kaiser. I hate seeing any rudeness from anyone. Liberals lose. Yeah. New houses should be built in stilts like Southern Keys for Houston. No need for rudeness on any level, Lee said. Yep. Oh, Mana, that was so long ago. And you know what? My gosh, as far as we know, he didn't rape any women, like somebody else on the left. And I won't even go there, but come on. Any thoughts on people staying just to loot? James, they're going to have to answer someday to a higher source. So there's trolls who are impossible to delete too, like special program, Nancy said. Yeah. Yeah, people forgave the other person. So, why is it so hard to forgive Trump for saying something? Usually Muslim women trolling white women a lot in the UK. Oh, my gosh, James. Unbelievable. It's so like, I don't know. I have better use of my time. I mean, I could go and, I don't know, do anything that would be more important, more worth my time than trolling other people online. We need a new hippie movement, James said. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so the Dow rose above 22,000 today, and it's up 40 points. I know, Honda. They usually do. We pray for the trolls. They never believe the other one did anything. Well, that's true. I have no idea, Judy, what time that one is. Now, this is interesting. This was reported on. Reported by Breitbart about an article that was on Politico. There's Jerry. There's for Kurt Smolik. Jerry put a link up there for you. My IRA is grateful, Julie said. Okay, so Politico is reporting that the Obama administration formally, you cut to the chase, Tinker. Politico reports that Obama administration formally classified Antifa activities as domestic terrorist violence as early as April 2016. So before Charlottesville, the DHS also issued warnings about growing likelihood of lethal violence between Antifa and white supremacists and white nationalist groups. So if that's true, I know I had not heard that either, Julie. I just saw that today. Somebody had forwarded that information to me, I believe, and that's how I saw it. But if that's true, then here's the thing. In California, at least, if you're a gang member, you don't have First Amendment rights to freely assemble. I don't understand if this is true and if they've already been designated as a terrorist group, then why are we still allowing them to congregate anywhere? Why are we allowing them to have free speech rights as Antifa or white supremacists or white nationalists if they're going there to do harm. Now, I don't know about the white supremacists and other people. If they have committed crimes as much as Antifa, then they shouldn't be allowed to assemble. But those wearing masks, I'm automatically going to say that those people shouldn't be freely allowed to assemble, because those are the ones going there with bats and everything else and covering up their faces with a mask. Yeah, why allow anybody with a mask to freely assemble? Jerry Brown? Is Jerry Brown a Antifa person? Is that what you're saying? So I think we need to kind of look into that. They were handing out shields to other members. People were saying in Charlottesville, if you believe what you heard on the YouTube video of the woman who was in the restaurant in Charlottesville, she is saying that they came off the bus equipped already with shields and clubs and different things like that. So, throwing liquid on people is illegal. I did see Baked Alaska did some scope yesterday. It looked like he had sunglasses on. It looked like one eye was still covered underneath. But he says that, he's getting his vision back, which is good news. In Auburn, Alabama, the police made them take off their masks, and they should have. Charlottesville's very suspect in many ways. Yes, Jerry. Antifa is very organized, and I'm assuming getting a lot of money. Well, they're paying, what, $50 a person, according to what was on, the Craigslist. Do you think Hillary's crew offed him? See, I haven't read that yet, so I won't make a comment. Somebody else could comment on that. Yeah, somebody said Baked Alaska needs to keep himself in California. I think, for all of those people who go out there to those rallies, and now I heard Baked Alaska say yesterday, you know what? Those rallies, they worked in the past. They're not working now. So it sounds like people aren't going to want to do any of those rallies any longer. I posted an article in all states that have a no mask law. How is Baked doing with the blindness thing? Shauna, he said that he didn't lose his sight, getting better. It looked like he had a patch over one eye and sunglasses on top of it. So I think he's probably still having issues with it. He was picking somebody up. I don't know who this guy was. Picking somebody up, and I have no idea what they were doing. They were talking about going to get a massage from an Asian. That's what the young man said that was in the scope. So I have no idea. Trump says talking to North Korea is over. Secretary of State and Defense says talking is never over, JJ said. I didn't hear that because I heard yesterday Trump saying that all options are on the table. I know, Julie. I think they were. I have no idea what they were doing, and I don't usually watch his scopes. Masks should never be allowed, not even on Halloween. Well, I think little kids can wear masks. World War III, Tinker said. Trump trying to... No, I think, James, what he's trying to do, that, when you have somebody like the dictator in North Korea, you can't talk to them and say, could you pretty please not do that? It doesn't work. You have to take a different tact with people of different countries. And I think Trump knows that, and that's what he's doing. And some people don't like it. If you guys could, if you could retweet this, please. I didn't ask you to do that at the half, but if you could go ahead and invite right now and retweet, I would appreciate it. Speaking in North Korea, if you mock the Chinese national anthem, then you're going to spend 15 days in police detention. So just so you know, if you go over there and you mock the national anthem over there, you're going to be in trouble. 15 days police detention. Yeah, and I'm sure that Tinker, that doesn't probably going to work either. Yeah. Yes, they saw Kaepernick. Exactly. No, we don't tell people to shut up. If you don't like what's being said in the scope, we don't use the word shut up, and we're not rude in the scope. So you might want to find another scope that allows rudeness and enjoys that type of thing. We don't in here. There is an FBI, or, a federal judge that has ordered the FBI to give more details in how they handled the Hillary Clinton investigation on the emails. So that's good that they're doing that. So, and again, the Judicial Watch can't understand why Trump administration is still backing Obama's admin's fight against transparency. And I don't necessarily know that it's up to President Trump. It's up to the DOJ to do their jobs. Can't really, interfere. Trump gave $1 million to Houston. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Or is it Michaela? If you go over there and try to take a poster, they'll kill you. Yep. Someone is watching you. Well, that's good. Can you have the money? Or can you have money? I don't think so. Not unless you go out and earn it. Fitton says that he's the president of Judicial Watch, says Trump should be outraged that the appointees are protecting Hillary. FBI said earlier too little public interest outweighs Clinton's privacy interests. Yeah, and I don't understand, again, if Christopher Wray said that, I don't understand why he would say that. That's discouraging and disconcerting at the same time. Now, here's some news for Obama that I'm sure you're just going to love. Taxpayers will be paying $1,153,000 in expenses for Obama. It's the highest expenses of the 5 living presidents. Obama gets a pension of $205,700 plus expenses. His current expenses are $100,000 more than George W. Bush and $200,000 more than Bill Clinton. Obama has a lot of expenses. For example, he leased office space in Washington, D.C., which is $536,000. Juliet, you may want to watch the whole replay. Time to dump Tinker. I know. Tinker, you need to be nice or you're going to have to leave. Hey, George, good to see you. He's going to take every dime he can weasel. Yeah, and Marlene, well, Tinker, people are saying that you're not being very nice, so if you're being disrespectful, you're going to have to leave. Office space for what? Well, just like Bill Clinton, who had office space in Harlem. Why was he? I don't think he ever went to his office, but he had it there. Judy, it's not $3,000 to see Hillary and talk to her. It's $2,400 in Canada, and also it is $125 per person in America. So it's a real bargain, Judy. If you wanna go see her. So that's a lot of money. A lot of money to see Hillary. I don't, and then on top of that, yes, it's $2,400. No, it's $2,400 in Canada. They are scammers. Yep. Yeah, Trump's really the first president to make money. And Trump he's not taking a salary, whereas Obama did. And when he left office, the net worth was estimated at $12 million. So he's still getting a pension on top of that. He's writing a book. He's gotten money in advance for that. He's going to be so rich. Yeah, I know. Michaela's saying paid $2,400 not to see her. Yeah. Obama was on a holiday most of his term. Obama was good, Tinker said. I'd rather be pecked to death by a goose. Hillary actually claimed Trump made her skin crawl other way around. Yeah, I know, Nancy. I'm trying to help Tinker become a better person by watching. So, Now, here's something that is very, very discouraging, and for people in California and around the world, you really should, watch this. There was a female in Orange County, California. I actually think it was San Bernardino, California. She the other day in Newport Beach, she came in sort of just barely making her way into a gymnasium, or not a gymnasium, but a gym, a business in Newport Beach. They said she was so covered with blood, it looked like somebody had just basically poured blood on top of her. And they thought she had fallen and hurt herself. But as it turned out, she had been beaten up by a gang. Yes. Well, I don't know if it was by a gang member. I think it was by a gang. And what has happened is they were trying to, they think this is what happened, they were trying to prevent her from giving closing arguments in a gang murder trial. Now, what it sounds like to me, and I don't have any other facts than what I just gave you, that it could possibly be MS-13. And because there's a lot of people talking about it on radio here saying this is the kind of stuff that they see in Mexico. Yep. And that would be MS-13. Just as I said, it looks as though Paul Ryan realizes that POTUS was right on Charlottesville, which he was in the first place. Getting rich on the backs of you hardworking Americans. How sad. I know, very sad, Robin. And so they haven't released the woman's name. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know what condition she's in. But that's like a county or so over from me. Do you think moderate liberals are starting to get turned off by the crazy leftists are doing? Yes, I do, Gailey. And that's why that they're moving towards, they want you to think that they're moving towards the center. They're not, but they want you to think that. That assistant DA was followed before. Why did she not have security out jogging? Shauna, I don't know. But typically, the DAs, they carry guns. I guess she wasn't carrying her weapon for whatever reason. But, if you're a DA, you better be carrying a weapon. Tinker, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you because you've really offended everybody in here. So, conservatives are the new counterculture among millennials. Yeah, so pray for her and her recovery. You're welcome, my two guys. I try to give people, I try. If they look halfway like they're going to be reasonable. Jeff Sessions is on MS-13. Yes, he is very much going after MS-13. And again, I know people, sometimes they hate Jeff Sessions and they want him gone, but we're not hearing all that Jeff Sessions is doing. Politico, I don't know why he doesn't get rid of all of the Obama holdovers. Maybe because there aren't a lot of people waiting in line for those jobs, or it's taking a long time to get those people into jobs, and they don't have the human resources power necessarily enough to do it. You're welcome, liberal. The Dems have done this before, and many people will go right back to them because they don't see their lies. It's true, Robin. Yeah, I honestly think that the liberals are trying to move to the center so that you will think that they're, rational, reasonable as it comes upon the 2018 elections. I think you will come with a big surprise against Hillary. You might be right, very right. How about Sheriff Clark? Sheriff Clark resigned yesterday, as all of you may know. And he's saying that he's going to go do something in private industry and that he'll let us know what it is. Maybe he's going to go to Fox News. I have faith in Jeff, but nobody is buying it. Their ratings are in the toilet. Yeah, James, but people do start turning around. They do start buying things if you say it long enough. He'd planned a resignation a long time, Nancy said. But on the other hand, POTUS does not receive a salary and just donated $1 million to Texas. So cool. That's right, just that. Yeah, Sheriff Clark, we'll have to see what he's going to do. I mean, I could see him. Wouldn't it be great? Like if they brought him on Fox and he could counter with Juan Williams. That would be great. Hey, how are you, Drama Free? Drama Me Free. Obama holdover is ahead of VA. He's doing a good job. Yeah, that's only one. The David Shulkin. That was the exception. Could Sheriff run for office? I don't see why not. Comey needs to be investigated too. Him and Hillary are two thieves. Big Blue, yes. They do need to. Little girl Juan Williams, Nancy said. Clark stands for law and order, and people hate him for it. Doesn't make sense. Well, Julie, he was going to go work for DHS, and that never came through because they're not going to get the hiring, done there. And so he went back to his job, and then I guess he just decided, he said he'd been in public service for 40 years. That's a long time. So, maybe he needs a break. He wants to do something different. I wouldn't be surprised, hey, Lynn, if we saw him on, Fox or some other network. Hey, Flora, good to see you. I hope everybody in Texas is doing well. I haven't seen an update this morning on the Arizona VOP in Texas. That whole thing was weird. Julie said, yes, it was. Flora, we're on Facebook Live. We're also on YouTube and Periscope at the same time. So when you hear me talking to other people, that's why. Yeah, we're discussing all kinds of things in here. So if you missed it, you might want to go back and watch the replay. We've been talking about a ton of different subjects. Fox hired, yeah, I know. And you remember yesterday that the Trump administration, they kicked everybody out from the Russia embassy in New York, D.C., and San Francisco. And so they're going to be closing all of those by, I think, September the 2nd. All of those people will have to go. And I want to talk to you, about another hero, because I want to do things where we're talking about heroes. We're giving you kind of a balance, the good and the not so good. Can't believe the FBI says that there is no interest in prosecuting Hillary. I know, Papa. We were talking about that, saying, we have an interest. Just close the bill. Well, that means they're leaving. Not thrilled about Tommy. Don't agree with her. I've got my own things about Tommy. Not watching Tommy. I don't think Susan does just guessing here. No, I don't, Big Blue. In case you're interested, I do go and I do my research. But if you think I'm guessing, you can go to another scope. You don't have to listen to this scope. If that's not giving you what you want, there's other scopes. At least half the country does. I know, Papa. At least more than half. Let's see. Another hero's emerged from among the many in Texas this week. Galen Phillips, 23, a private citizen, is being applauded for his efforts, which resulted in the rescue of 50 people trapped by Harvey. According to the paper there, Phillips was waiting to be rescued in Port Arthur himself, and he said he waited for 7 to 8 hours for a rescuer, but officials were unable to help him and his family. So when his uncle and a friend arrived with a boat, the three worked together on Wednesday to rescue 50 stranded neighbors, among them young infants, elderly people, and ill residents. So good for him. Kalen Phillips, 23 years old. Good for him. It's always good to talk about people like that. And it didn't even hit the news that this guy did such great work. I haven't seen so much about anybody else. I love the mattress guy. Opened up the whole mattress store. Didn't worry about the mattresses. But I will tell you that from what I've heard, thank you, Papa. The people that are down there that I know from the Arizona VOP, the homeless veterans, they have said that the Walmart down there is being extremely generous. They've opened up the store and said, come in, get whatever you need for people. The Central Mall allowed people to set up down there as a staging area and have allowed people to come in. Everybody is doing everything that they could and that they can, and they're going to still do it. They're doing amazing work. The pillow guy donated pillows, my two guys said. Everybody is really stepping up. I did see one post of a guy saying, I'll charge you $200 to use my boat. I'm hoping that was a fake Facebook post. The My Pillow guy. Yep. 60,000 pillows. Amazing, Danielle. So many wonderful stories from Texas. Texas knows how to take care of people. They really do. And it's so nice. Well, Joel Osteen's story, there's so many different variations on that. I don't know where the truth lies. I guess God and Joel Osteen will figure that one out. Juan Williams was defending the people who were trashing the first on her shoes. Oh, the first lady on her shoes. Juan said that the POTUS and first lady were out of touch. Wow, Juan, you are really out of touch. Anheuser-Busch donated water. Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's been amazing to watch people. Yeah, Joel explained on Fox, and some people agree with him, some people disagree. Juan is always arguing. Juan is cuckoo. Maybe that's Juan's job. I have no idea. Mattress Mac gave an 84-year-old woman whose birthday was on Monday a mattress to take home when she could. Aw, that's sweet, Shauna. He is one awesome bubby. I love my pillow. But that look on Joel's face, yeah. Catherine says she quit the 5. Okay, see you later. Is it Burr? Burrcan 54? Juan never gives the president credit. Everyone have a good weekend. Thank you guys for coming in. If you would, please retweet this, please. Veritas, hello and goodbye. You're always late. You know what? We should bombard Twitter with good news stories. Yes, we should. Put on your good news stories. Everybody, please retweet this. Please share this on Facebook Live and also on YouTube. Please share this. Have a great day. Hey, guys, Monday won't be here. Monday's Labor Day, so we won't have a show on Monday. But we'll be back on Tuesday, and who knows, we may be back on the weekend saying hi or whatever. So we'll see you guys. God bless you. Take care. God bless Texas. God bless the USA. Thank you, guys. God bless you. See you on YouTube. We'll see you. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Take care.